Did you know that the very last 15 minutes before you close your eyes at night could become the most powerful medicine for your bones and joints? Imagine this. While the world quiets down and your body prepares for rest, there's a window of time where you can activate the body's natural repair systems, sending signals that say, stay strong, stay flexible, stay young. Most people believe that weak bones, stiff joints, and fragile health are an unavoidable part of aging. We see it everywhere: friends, parents, even ourselves struggling with stiffness in the morning, a sore back after sitting, or aching knees after just a short walk. But science tells a different story. Aging does not automatically equal frailty. In fact, your bones and joints are alive. They're dynamic tissues, constantly breaking down and rebuilding themselves, responding to every choice you make. And what you do right before bed, those final moments, can tip the balance toward strength or toward decline. Think about how we treat the end of the day. For many, it's about scrolling through a phone, watching TV until sleep takes over, or collapsing into bed exhausted. But while we're distracted, our bodies are working hard behind the scenes. Bones are rebuilding their density, joints are restoring lubrication, and muscles are releasing the tension they've carried all day. If we provide just a little help, 15 focused minutes, our body can repair itself more efficiently, leaving us stronger tomorrow than we were today. Let's pause for a moment and consider the silent epidemic that creeps up with age. After the age of 50, bone density drops dramatically, especially for women after menopause. Joints begin to lose their protective cartilage, and the fluid that keeps them moving smoothly dries up. This doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of tiny signals, years of choices that either strengthen or weaken the foundation of our body. But here's the secret most people don't realize. Just like we can send negative signals, we can also send positive ones. Every stretch, every calming breath, every nutrient-rich sip before bed tells your body, repair, rebuild, protect. What's so fascinating is that your body listens best when you're asleep. At night, growth hormones rise, tissues regenerate, and inflammation subsides. It's nature's way of healing. But if we go into the night stressed, tense, and depleted, the body has to fight against those signals instead of doing its work. On the other hand, if we prepare it with the right habits, it becomes like giving your body the perfect set of instructions. Relax the joints, fortify the bones, soothe the muscles, restore flexibility. So instead of thinking of bedtime as just the end of your day, start seeing it as the beginning of tomorrow's strength. Those minutes before sleep can be a turning point, a small but powerful ritual that separates those who grow weaker with age from those who stay active, mobile, and independent. And the best part is, it doesn't take hours in the gym, expensive supplements, or complicated routines. It's just 15 minutes. 15 minutes of intentional practice that anyone can do right in the comfort of their bedroom, without equipment, without stress. 15 minutes that could keep you walking tall, climbing stairs, and living with freedom well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. As we grow older, many of us notice subtle changes in our bodies that we often dismiss as just aging. The knees feel a little stiffer when we get out of bed. The back aches after sitting too long, or a short walk leaves us sore in ways it never did before. These changes aren't just inconveniences, they're signals from the body, whispering that our bones and joints are under stress. By the time we reach our 50s and 60s, bone density begins to decline more rapidly, and cartilage, the smooth tissue that cushions our joints, starts to wear away. The result is a higher risk of fractures, arthritis, and mobility issues that can limit independence. But here's the important truth. None of this is inevitable. Yes, bone and joint health naturally change with age, but the rate and severity of decline depend greatly on the choices we make every single day. Bones may look solid like stone, but they are living tissue. They are constantly being broken down and rebuilt in a process called remodeling. In youth, rebuilding is faster than breakdown, which is why bones grow stronger and denser. But as we age, the balance shifts. If we don't give the body the right tools, nutrients, movement, rest, the breakdown outpaces rebuilding. That's when bones weaken, becoming brittle and prone to fractures. Joints, too, are living structures. They rely on cartilage and synovial fluid to keep them smooth and flexible. Without the right signals, inflammation begins to erode cartilage, and stiffness takes its place. This is why understanding what supports this delicate system is so vital. Nighttime is especially critical because it's when the body does most of its repair work. While we sleep, growth hormones peak, muscles recover, and tissues regenerate. If we prepare our body properly before bed, we can tap into this natural healing power. The hours you spend asleep aren't just about rest, they're about repair. But the way you enter that state matters. Go to bed stressed, dehydrated, or tense, and your body has to fight against those obstacles instead of fully focusing on healing. On the other hand, end the day with the right signals: calmness, nourishment, circulation, relaxation, and you set the stage for deeper repair, stronger bones, and healthier joints. What's remarkable is that science shows how small nightly habits compound over time. Think about brushing your teeth. It only takes 2 minutes, but doing it every night adds up to a lifetime of stronger teeth. The same is true for your bones and joints. 15 intentional minutes at night may feel small, but practiced consistently, it builds resilience day after day, year after year. And the payoff is not just in physical strength, it's in quality of life. It's being able to carry groceries without pain, to get down on the floor and play with grandchildren, to travel, to walk without fear of falling, to keep your independence well into your later years. This is why it matters. Because protecting your bones and joints is not only about avoiding pain or disease, it's about preserving the freedom to live the life you want. It's about making sure that aging does not mean limitation, but rather strength, mobility, and vitality. And it all begins with simple choices, especially the ones you make before you close your eyes each night. When we think about building stronger bones and protecting our joints, most people imagine lifting heavy weights, running, or doing some kind of intense workout. But what many don't realize is that some of the most powerful signals you can give your bones and joints come from something far simpler: gentle movement. Just 3 minutes of light stretching before bed can send your body the exact message it needs to begin releasing stiffness, improving flexibility, and activating circulation in the very tissues that keep you strong. It's not about sweating or straining. It's about creating space in your joints and letting your muscles loosen so they stop pulling on the bones they're meant to support. Imagine your joints as hinges on a door. If you never open the door fully, or if you leave it stiff and unused, the hinges begin to creak, wear down, and eventually stick. But if you gently open and close that hinge on a regular basis, it stays smooth and functional for years. Your joints work the same way. When you stretch lightly, especially before bed, you encourage synovial fluid, the natural lubrication inside your joints, to circulate. This fluid nourishes cartilage, reduces friction, and protects against the grinding that leads to arthritis. In just a few minutes, you're refreshing your joints with the very nutrients they need to keep moving freely. Science also shows that stretching has a powerful effect on blood flow. When you gently move your hips, legs, and shoulders before sleep, you increase circulation to muscles and bones. Blood carries calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, and oxygen, everything your bones and joints need to rebuild during the night. Without movement, blood flow slows, and those vital nutrients don't reach where they're needed most. With a few stretches, you open the highway for repair and recovery. So what should this look like in practice? Start simple. While standing, gently reach your arms overhead, elongating your spine and opening your rib cage. Feel your shoulders loosen and your back lengthen. Then roll your shoulders in small circles forward and backward to release tension. Next, place your hands on your hips and slowly rotate your torso, first in one direction, then the other, to ease stiffness in the spine and hips. Sit on the edge of your bed and extend one leg forward, leaning slightly to stretch the hamstring, then switch sides. Finally, circle your ankles slowly, which not only helps mobility, but also stimulates circulation all the way down to your toes. None of these movements should feel painful, just gentle, easy motions that remind your body it's safe to relax. What's fascinating is that these small stretches do more than just prepare your body physically. They also send calming signals to your nervous system, telling it to shift from stress mode into repair mode. When your muscles release tension, your mind follows, and this transition is essential for deep, restorative sleep. In just 3 minutes, you've primed your joints with lubrication, nourished your bones with circulation, and calmed your body for rest. A short routine, yes, but one that lays the foundation for strength and mobility every single night. There is something deeply powerful about ending the day with a warm, soothing drink. It's more than just comfort, it's nourishment, it's restoration, and it's a way to prepare your body from the inside out for healing while you sleep. In fact, what you consume in those final moments before bed can directly influence how well your bones rebuild and how effectively your joints recover overnight. Think of it as giving your body the raw materials it needs to construct stronger foundations, delivered right before the nightly repair crew goes to work. One of the most important nutrients for bone health is calcium, and pairing it with vitamin D is what allows the body to absorb and use it effectively. A simple cup of warm milk, whether dairy or fortified plant-based milk like almond, soy, or oat, becomes more than a bedtime ritual. It becomes a medicine for your bones. Calcium acts like the bricks in your body's structure, while vitamin D is the worker that makes sure those bricks are placed in the right spot. Without them, bones weaken and become fragile. But consumed consistently, especially at night, they support the natural bone-building process that takes place while you sleep. But calcium and vitamin D are just the beginning. Adding a pinch of turmeric to your warm drink transforms it into something even more powerful. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound well studied for its anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is one of the silent enemies of joint health. It slowly erodes cartilage and contributes to stiffness and pain. By calming inflammation before bed, you're giving your joints a chance to heal instead of continuing to break down. This is why golden milk, made with turmeric, has been used for centuries in traditional medicine. Modern science now confirms its ability to protect cartilage and soothe aching joints. For those who prefer a lighter option, herbal teas are an excellent choice. Chamomile, for example, is more than a calming drink. It helps relax muscles, reduce tension, and promote deeper sleep. And deeper sleep isn't just about feeling rested, it's when your bones and joints do their most important repair work. Poor sleep disrupts hormone balance, increases inflammation, and slows tissue recovery. Good sleep, supported by calming teas, allows every system in your body to function at its best. Peppermint tea is another option. It relaxes smooth muscles and improves digestion, ensuring your body can fully absorb nutrients for bone and joint repair. Adding magnesium-rich ingredients can also elevate your drink. A teaspoon of cacao powder or a sprinkle of cinnamon not only deepens the flavor, but also delivers minerals that bones crave. Magnesium, in particular, is the mineral that helps guide calcium into your bones rather than letting it settle in places it doesn't belong. When combined in a nighttime drink, magnesium and calcium become a team, strengthening your skeletal system with every sip. This step doesn't take more than 5 minutes, but it sets off a cascade of benefits. You're calming your nervous system, reducing inflammation, and fueling your bones with exactly what they need to rebuild overnight. The warmth of the drink relaxes the body, the nutrients go to work at a cellular level, and you step into sleep knowing you've nourished not just your appetite, but your future strength. What seems like a simple cup in your hands is, in reality, a carefully crafted signal telling your body, protect the bones, protect the joints, repair, rebuild, and restore. Few minerals are as underrated yet as essential for bone and joint health as magnesium. Most people think of calcium when they think about strong bones, but without magnesium, calcium cannot do its job. Magnesium is like the quiet director behind the scenes, guiding calcium into the bones where it belongs instead of letting it drift into muscles, arteries, or joints where it can create stiffness and even pain. Just 2 minutes of intentional focus on magnesium before bed can completely change how your body repairs itself overnight. It's a small step, but it delivers a powerful message to your bones and joints: strengthen, relax, and restore. Magnesium plays a key role in more than 300 processes in the body, but one of its most important functions is in the balance between tension and relaxation. Throughout the day, our muscles contract as we walk, lift, bend, and even sit. By nightfall, many of us are carrying tightness we don't even notice. Shoulders drawn up, calves tight, back muscles clenched. This tension doesn't just make us uncomfortable, it puts stress on our bones and joints. Muscles that don't relax pull against their attachment points on the bones, wearing them down over time. Magnesium signals those muscles to release. That release takes pressure off the joints, improves posture, and allows blood to flow freely to tissues that need repair. There are simple ways to bring magnesium into your nighttime wind down. One option is a small magnesium-rich snack, just a handful of almonds, cashews, or pumpkin seeds. These foods are compact but deliver a concentrated dose of the mineral in a natural, easy-to-digest form. Another option is a warm drink made with a spoonful of cacao powder. Cacao is not only comforting, but also one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. Even a sprinkle of it in warm milk or a nighttime smoothie can provide the body with exactly what it needs. For those who prefer not to eat right before bed, a topical magnesium spray or lotion applied to the legs or shoulders works just as well. The skin absorbs it directly, delivering the mineral to the muscles that have been carrying tension all day. What happens next is subtle but profound. Muscles unclench. Nighttime cramps, those painful spasms in the calves or feet that wake so many people in the middle of the night, become less likely. Nerves calm down, heart rhythm steadies, and the brain begins to quiet. Magnesium supports the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, which means this step not only strengthens bones and relaxes joints, but also helps you drift into deeper, more restorative sleep. And as we know, deep sleep is the window when bones rebuild their density and joints recover their flexibility. In just 2 minutes, you can choose a food, a sprinkle, or a topical application that ensures your body has enough magnesium to carry out its nightly repairs. It's a simple ritual, yet it creates a ripple effect. Calmer muscles, stronger bones, smoother joints, better sleep. This is the kind of habit that proves small actions, done with intention, can create powerful change for the body over time. Perhaps one of the most overlooked but profoundly powerful tools for protecting your bones and joints doesn't come from food, supplements, or even movement. It comes from calming the mind and easing the stress that silently erodes health. Stress is more than just an emotional burden. It's a biological force that triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that, in excess, breaks down bone tissue and accelerates joint inflammation. This is why ending the day with a practice that lowers stress is not simply about feeling good, it is about protecting the very foundation of your body. Just 3 minutes of deep breathing or a simple gratitude reflection can redirect your body from breakdown to repair. Deep breathing may seem almost too simple to matter, but science reveals its remarkable effects. When you take slow, steady breaths, especially through the nose, your body shifts out of fight or flight mode and into rest and repair mode. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers cortisol, reduces inflammation, and allows your heart rate to slow. That shift directly benefits bones by reducing the hormonal signals that trigger bone loss. It also benefits joints by calming inflammatory pathways that otherwise chew away at cartilage. In just a few minutes, with nothing more than air, you can create an internal environment that favors healing. A practical way to do this is the 4-4-6 breathing method. Inhale through the nose for a slow count of 4, hold gently for another 4, and exhale through the mouth for a count of 6. As you exhale, imagine tension draining from your joints, stiffness melting out of your back, and heaviness leaving your knees. 3 or 4 rounds of this breathing pattern not only calm the nervous system, but also increase oxygen delivery to tissues, which is essential for cellular repair. Oxygen-rich blood helps bones rebuild and joints flush out waste products, leaving them more flexible by morning. Another powerful addition to this nighttime ritual is gratitude. Taking even 1 minute to reflect on what went well in the day, or to silently list 3 things you're thankful for, shifts your body's chemistry in a measurable way. Studies show that gratitude reduces stress hormones, improves sleep quality, and increases overall resilience. When practiced consistently, it creates a mental state that lowers systemic inflammation, the very kind of inflammation that accelerates joint degeneration and bone loss. Gratitude, then, becomes more than a mindset. It becomes medicine for the body.